The loudest hammers often hide the quietest pain. In a small, dusty village surrounded by mountains and broken roads, a poor boy named Alex worked inside his father's old blacksmith shop. Every morning before sunrise, he carried heavy iron pieces, cleaned ashes from the furnace, and repaired farming tools for villagers who rarely paid on time. His hands were always burned, his clothes smelled of smoke, and his stomach stayed half empty most nights. Still, Alex never complained in front of his weak mother because he knew her heart was already carrying enough sadness. The villagers often laughed at him. They called him the poor hammer boy and said he would spend his entire life covered in dirt beside a dying furnace. Rich traders rode through the village wearing expensive coats, while Alex stood silently near the fire, watching them disappear into better lives. Deep inside, he dreamed of building beautiful swords and armor that kings would admire someday. One freezing winter, Alex's father became seriously ill and could no longer lift the heavy hammer. The shop almost closed forever. Debts increased quickly, food became scarce, and many nights Alex slept hungry after giving his small meal to his parents. Sometimes he cried quietly behind the workshop where nobody could hear him. He wanted to quit many times, but every morning he remembered his father's old words. Iron becomes stronger only after surviving fire. Determined to change his fate, Alex started practicing after midnight when the village slept. He melted broken metal pieces and secretly created stronger farming tools, unlike anything villagers had seen before. His hands bled, his eyes burned from smoke, and failures happened almost daily. Some tools cracked immediately, others bent uselessly, yet Alex continued learning from every mistake. Months later, a traveling soldier stopped at the village and noticed Alex forging a sharp sword beside the furnace. Shocked by the craftsmanship, the soldier bought the sword and showed it to a royal commander in the nearby kingdom. Within weeks, orders began arriving from wealthy warriors and palace guards. For the first time, people entered the old blacksmith shop with respect instead of laughter. One evening, Alex visited the hill where he once sat as a hopeless child. He looked toward the glowing workshop and remembered every insult, every cold night, and every sacrifice. Tears filled his eyes when he realized success had not changed his heart. Instead, hardship had taught him kindness, patience, and courage. He understood that victory was not becoming richer, it was becoming stronger than the fear that once controlled him. Years passed, and Alex became the most respected blacksmith in the region. He rebuilt the shop, helped poor families without charging money, and placed a golden hammer above the workshop door to remind himself of his painful journey. The same villagers who once mocked him now told their children stories about the brave blacksmith boy who refused to surrender. Moral: struggle and failure can shape an ordinary person into someone truly unforgettable.